Morning. It's July 12th, 2026. Sitting out at a comic book shop. Pretty cool comic book shop, actually. Listening to Roxanne, listening to some old tunes. Oh, did this just automatically connect? I think my Bluetooth headphones just automatically connected to the GoPro. Oh, that's pretty sick. But yeah, we're just fucking cruising around. It's 11 in the morning, Sunday, 12th. Join me, won't you, on this ride? Don't know what we're gonna do. Just scoot booting around. Fucking driving through gravel and shit. Pretty fucking intense. Fucking fishing around, going through fucking boat crate. Hell yeah, brothers. Alright. Not much is going on today. We might go hang out with a couple friends, Mark and Melanie. My wife Kelsey and I. So before that, I'm just kind of cruising around, taking a little peruse. I went the opposite way today that I went yesterday. I'm still getting used to filming in public, so anytime I see a person, I just kind of fucking go the other way. Unless I'm in like a spot that people usually film, but like no one's filming downtown Ottawa, so it's like when I film in the normal streets, I just feel weird. Not much going on. I feel more comfortable filming down by the Capitol because it's like everyone's filming down there. Yeah, I might hook you up to my chest cam. Might be a little less awkward for me. All right, so this is super weird. I wanted to go get some tobacco pouches. You see these? You're attached to my chest camera right now. I don't know how well you can see these. I was like, and someone told me you gotta go to the fuck. Someone told me that I went to the gas station. And I was like, hey, do you have any pouchless tobaccos things? Or tobacco pouches? And they were like, no. And I was like, do you know where I could get one? And he was like, no, I don't think gas stations carry them anymore. And I was like, well, oh, okay. And then this lady who just happened to be getting a coffee, she was like, oh, you got to go to the Shoppers. You get them at Shoppers behind the pharmacy. And I was like, what? That seems like the opposite. Was I pranked? I can see them in there. How the fuck do you open this? Okay, unscrew. Do I just keep unscrewing? No. Oh, it's for the, oh. It's so you can put your dirty old ones in there. That's what it is. I'm currently using the handle that I used when I was in Italy. It's our little magnetic chest grip cam. It's honestly one of the best mounts I've ever used. And I'll show you why. Bam! Ugh. Yeah, bam, that's why. It's cool that it connects to the camera automatically, these headphones. I wonder if the audio's a lot better or different anyway. Alright, what up? Alright, I think my headset's connected. Alright, we're gonna head to Chinatown. right, I'm gonna take you guys through Chinatown. It's a pretty sweet spot in Ottawa. It's right downtown. Well, it's a little off downtown. We are on Bronson and I don't know, whatever, but there are the beautiful gates. Let's put you on the chest cam. Chinatown. I'm over here by Perkins Street. I actually don't really know where I am right now. Not exactly sure how to get home from here. I'll figure it out. I've never really taken this path before over here. It's pretty sweet though. The good companions, whoever they are, it must be great. Man, nothing better than listening to music on your headphones, cruising around. Fuck yeah, dude. Another beautiful day. Another beautiful day in Ottawa downtown, baby. Just taking some vlogging videos. People on their motorcycles, man. Got some green space here. There's a little trail behind there. Guy in Texas is walking his dog. That's a cool new building. What's this gonna be? I could put you guys on a time lapse. And you can see the path how I take to get back home. That might be fun. I'm just not sure how good the chest cam view is. I don't know if it's like exactly straight on because I'm kind of sideways on my one wheel. I could probably put it on my hip. Maybe I'll do that. All right, I'll put you guys in a time lapse. But yeah, it's another good day out here. Sunday. I was working on Impulse Log. Getting a lot of new features put in. I'm putting some new widgets in. For everyone who's been emailing me lately about widgets, they're coming your way next week, baby. For those of you who don't know, I created an app called Impulse Log about a year ago. The idea of it is to help people with ADHD gamify and save money. Because as someone with undiagnosed ADHD, please, everyone says I'm like the poster child for it, but it's hard to save money if you're not, I learned that if I can see how much I'm not spending, like if I can see the amount, like when you little case and you look at your bank account and you're like, oh, I must have at least $300 left in here, and then you got like $2 left and you're like, what? Where'd all that go? It's like the opposite, where you're like, dude, I must have at least saved like $25 by not buying a pack of cigarettes, pop and a slushie. And you're like, oh shit, that was like $75 worth of stuff I saved? Dang. That's the idea. On top of a whole bunch of host of other features that help gamify and help people with ADHD save money. Oh, sweet, a community garden? No way. If you don't plant it, if you did not plant it, please don't pick it. Dude, this is sick. Wow, a little community garden. I never knew this was here. Well, of course, I never take this way. God, I love a one wheel. Dude, this is sweet. I gotta say, I love community gardens. As someone from Detroit, they were a big to-do. I never used one before because I'm from the suburbs, but sick. Little hose hookups, dude. This is perfect, man. This is awesome. Right in the city here, man. This is awesome. Let's drop in off this guy. See if I can do it. What? Whoa! Nope. If I would have bombed it a little faster, I probably could have done it. The Pint doesn't have enough torque to really do that kind of drop. Hell yeah. That's sick. Little gazebo over here. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Hell yeah, it's pretty sweet. What's this way? What's going on over here? Oh, it's this little dog park? Sweet. Guy tanning over there. Oh, look at all that grass up on that building too. That's cool, I didn't notice that. Sick. You'll come around to me eventually. Sit back, relax. Oh, baby. Yeah, I don't sing if you can't tell, so enjoy. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Got the green, baby. Big old city. Not that big. Pretty big. Good old Ottawa, baby. Alright, this is something I didn't take videos of yesterday. I forgot, the Capitol. We got the old internal flame, baby. Pretty cool. Another perk of the Capitol. All right, now we're on the other side. We're on the other. That's the Capitol right there. This is where the changing of the guard happens. On the other side of that statue. Let me tell you, these Canadians love their changing of the guard. They love it. There's a big Pokemon Go event happening today. If you can no doubt tell behind me by all the folks. Big day in the city for Pokemons. It's a big day. Big day in the old city. This hasn't been my most eventful one-wheel vlog in a while. There's big Pokemon Go event up there. Man, I hate talking in front of people, I don't know why. I just gotta use, who cares? Doesn't matter. Fuck. But yeah, big Pokemon event going on in the city. Not too bad. Went down to Chinatown. Pretty fun. Took a trip I didn't take before, so you guys got to see some uncharted territory. I didn't film as much as I probably should have because I keep getting freaking nervous that people are like, oh, what's this guy doing? I've yet to be accosted by somebody being like, hey, what are you doing? But I know it'll happen the more I record in public, which is my right. Oh, a little beer garden over there. It's pretty sweet. Meat Noodle, apparently that place is amazing. I haven't been there yet though. I really want to. I'm just gonna cross. Yeah, apparently this place is fire. Fire, man. Yeah, apparently it's really good. I've been wanting to try it for a long time, but we haven't yet. We should. We probably will soon. We almost did about a month ago, but then we didn't. I know, it's a riveting story. I might have time to tell it again. I think we're kicking around a 40% battery right now. Let's give a look. Yeah, 42. We've gone about 4 miles. I got 40% battery left. Oh, we went 5.4 miles. We have 4 left. Oh, okay. It's actually not too bad. Not too bad. A little better than I thought. The problem with the pint is it only gets 8 miles if you're lucky. I've taken it a little longer than that when I first got it, but I mean, That was in Halifax. I was riding a lot of downhill tracks, so I got a lot of battery regen on that. But I don't, you know, in Ottawa, Ottawa's pretty flat. I'm not as lucky here. I don't have the elevation that we did in Halifax, which was kind of sweet. I'd lived at the top of Halifax, dude. You just ride down anytime you wanted to go in the city, and it was just pure downhill. I used to only be able to charge where I used to live to like 90%, 80%, because I'd have so much regen by the time I got home or by the time I left my house, my battery would immediately be like, whoa, you're overcharged, dude. And I was like, oh shit. All right, look at that, we're back home. Easy peasy, dude. Easy peasy. We left that way, came back that way, did a big old loop. I have 40% left. I could ride around a little more. I'm supposed to hit the parking lot soon. I haven't got a text. No, Kelsey hasn't said anything yet, so parking lot must not have reached out just yet. They usually like to hang out around 1, 2. Dude, this parking lot is banging. These guys who work here. This place is like, you know that game, parking lot or traffic jam, whatever it's called, where you have to like move all the parked cars out of the way to get the red car out, and each, you know, level gets harder and harder. That's basically what this is. These guys fill this lot up so much, they have to like Jenga themselves out of it. It's pretty crazy. Pretty cool. They must make a lot of money. Just 2 guys, I think, who run it. It's a pretty cool business venture. There's a lady up there who's selling hot dogs too by the Capitol, like right off the Capitol. And I wonder what her ROI is. Like the cart and the dogs must be friggin' negligible to what she makes per day, or at least per weekend. I bet that cart pays for itself in a weekend, and everything else is just food costs, which are negligible. Well, I mean, to them, she buys a case of hot dogs for $5, sells a hot dog for $5, and bam, you've already got a full profit off 1 dog. All these buildings are getting ripped down out of here. Here's our street again. I don't know where I feel like going. That's one problem with having the Pint, is you don't have too much liberty unless you find charging stations, which people are pretty generous on the Onewheel app. They're pretty good at putting down charging stations, which is good. I try to do it every time I find one. I'll even look for them if I don't need to charge, just to help people out. I put one on the map yesterday. I had to delete because the charge station didn't work, as you guys saw, but then I found the one that guy had put in. So it was pretty fun. Pretty good. I bought the supercharger with my Pint so I can you know, charge it on the go. But the problem is, if I want to buy an XR, the Pint supercharger doesn't work with the XR Classic. And the XR Classic's the next board I want. I'd like the GT, obviously, but it's like $3,500. I'm not a rally racer, so it's like that's not worth the price. Not worth the price at all to me. I'd love to be a rally one-wheeler though. I'll tell you that right now. Be sick of that. But alas, I'm not. If I lived in Cali, I 100% would have been. Just ripping trails all the time. If I went up north more, I'd probably buy a GT. I used to have a cottage up north in Oscoda, Michigan. Well, it was my grandparents' cottage, and my aunt and uncle own it. I can go up there anytime I want, but now it's a home, not a cottage. There's a shit ton of trails that I used to dirt bike on. They're all sand though, that's kind of a problem. I'd love to rip a GT around there. I think the GT can handle sand, but it's so dense. It was even hard to ride a dirt bike around there. All my pals had 4-wheelers, they had Banshees and shit, and they were ripping. And then I'd be okay, but you gotta keep your balance, you gotta keep your legs ready. All right, where am I going? There's really nowhere to go right now. On a 40% battery, I don't feel like going to charge. We gotta hang out with Markham out a little bit, so I don't have all day to ride around and hang. As fun as that would be. Might just go back up this way, and I was already at that little park where everyone's playing Pokemon Go. And here's that parking lot. I always wondered what's back this way. This house looks abandoned forever, but there's always a car parked out here somewhere. What's up with this? There's a fucking crack house. I would guarantee homeless people live in there. They'd have to. I would. That's where I'd want to live. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm on a street called Somerset right now, just 2 streets down from me, the local Union 613. Dude, this place is sick. I love that restaurant. This place is really good too. I can't remember what the name of it is though. But yeah, it's delicious. All these little restaurants on the street are fire, dude. They're really good. They're like old houses made into restaurants. They're pretty sick. You got a bunch of people at this one right here. And you got Trophy, a Greek place. Pretty sweet. A bunch of good restaurants around this part of Ottawa. I mean, there's a bunch of good restaurants in Ottawa, which is one thing that I was grateful to come here for, opposed to Halifax. Halifax doesn't have that many good places to eat. They might now, but all of our favorite places kept closing down, which kind of fucking sucked. But in Ottawa, food is good. The food is good. All right, I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. There's not much to go do right now. I got 2 miles left on my battery. We're supposed to hang out with Mark a little bit. There's no texts yet, so I don't know. They haven't said anything to us yet. Maybe we'll text them when I get home. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna check in with Kel, see what's going on. I already ate, so I'm not hungry. I don't know. I don't know where else to go on this low battery with more plans today. I got some more rides I want to show you guys in the future of Ottawa. I want to take you guys around a lot. The problem is I just gotta pre-plan these trips so I can make sure that charging ports are along the way. That way we don't get trapped. I used to get trapped all the time in friggin' Halifax, dude. I would, there's like no charging ports anywhere, so anytime I try to go anywhere, I'd get stuck. I went on a long bike trip once with this Pint when I first got it. We're doing what's called Ride the Trails, or Rails on Trails, or whatever. In Halifax, they turn, and I think they do this across a lot of places actually, but they turned a lot of old railway routes. They ripped out the railroads and just made long ass bike paths so people can go from like, I think you can go really far away, like, I mean, hundreds of miles. We went about 30, we went 15 out, 15 back, or maybe we went 5 out, 5 back. I think we went 5 out, 5 back, 5 miles out, 5 back, and I have an 8-mile battery. So I'd have my buddies, I took off my belt and I had to get towed. And if you watch Float Life, they say, infinite power, infinite power. It's not infinite power, but it's pretty cool. And it was actually a big pain in the ass for them to pull me. The amount of resistance this thing gives when you're recharging is insane. I mean, it's a good thing because you want your battery to recharge. But yeah, I've been learning Switch. I've been trying to ride Switch a lot more lately so I can just get used to riding regular. I'm a goofy-footed rider. And so I've been trying to do my switches a lot, like back switch, front switch. The back switch is actually easier than I thought it was going to be, as I fuck it up. Or did I do it? How did I do it earlier? I did it like totally beautifully earlier. Let's try to go switch. Oh, it's always hard to keep my hips level. I can do the front switch all right, but the back switch is harder. Oh my gosh, see, I can do the front switch okay. It's harder on gravel, god dang. People say it's easier on gravel, but I mean, I suppose it is, but you almost get too much spin. It's hard for me to do it like without stopping. See, that's why gravel's hard. You don't get as much traction. So when you're on your edge, you already lost traction when you're on your edge, and then with gravel spinning, it's like pretty hard. But anyway, all right. I think the vlog is over for the day. I know it wasn't the most eventful vlog ever. I'll get used to talking in public. But yeah, today's ride was a good one. It was a nice little ride. I could curb nudge that, then smash right into the tree. I could bonk off the other side of it. But yeah, all right. There's our balcony up there with the flowers. All right, I'm gonna head out, boys and girls. It's great seeing you. See you next time. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye. Not sure what's going on here. No illegal scabs, baby. My brother, some union stuff going on here. I don't know. Something about no scabs. The AFPC, PSAC, whatever that is. Something about unions, probably. I don't know exactly for what. Oh, here we go. Bank of Scabs. Whatever that means. Bank of Canada. Shame on Garda employee scabs. Bank of Canada strike. Respect workers. Rat hunter strike. Mode activated. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. Some protest of some kind. There's always a protest going on in Ottawa. We are the capital after all. Makes sense. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going around in the city in terms of protesting and voicing public opinion. Makes a lot of sense. Right, Terrence? I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're putting up the Nova Scotian flag. Catch the wind, baby. There it is. Dang. Nova Scotia. We lived there for about 8-9 years. That was a pretty crazy experience. Living out in Nova Scotia. It's a good time. Ottawa's a lot different than Nova Scotia. It's a lot bigger of a city, more food, more centralized location. I can get to Toronto in 4 hours. I can get to Detroit in 8. It's a nice spot. I've never been to this little park here. The Garden of the Provinces and Territories, it's called. Oh, so that's why they're hanging up the flags. That's kind of interesting. They've got like a little fountain over here that's not really being used. So, fun shit. Yeah, this little park, this little scooch is dedicated to all the different provinces. Nunavut, Northwest Territories, the Yukon, BC, Alberta. Ontario. And Prince Edward Island. Where have you played? I'm riding on this little bridge I've never been on before, and it says, oh, Fred Durst hates Mark Suchlife. I don't even know what that means. Who the fuck is Mark Suchlife? Do you know who Mark Suchlife is? I don't. Never heard of him. Oh yeah, cool little park, another little spot in Ottawa I haven't found before. The little park of provinces, or whatever the heck it was called. It's always a fun time. Oh, whoa, what is this? A memorial, a war memorial. Never forgotten. Or is this a firefighter memorial? It's a memorial for something. There's a big wall with a lot of names etched in it. We have a gigantic ass firefighter statue here. Not really sure what's going on. It's something. It says, "We are here." This monument is dedicated to all Canadian firefighters who serve their communities and honors by name those who have died in the line of duty. Well, that's nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Pretty cool. Never to be forgotten. The old firefighter brigade. That's really cool. A lot of monuments like this in the city because we're obviously the capital. So there's a lot of stuff like this in these hidden locations that I've not really happened upon until now. Just by scooching around the town during the week. No one's out except for tourists, so I don't feel too weird having my camera out all the time because other people are having them out too. But I still get... yeah, I am right now. Yeah.